Got my cologne. You know how that works. Just, I'm feeling good that night.
I spoon between these two Australian men who know each other.
She took it, and she looked at me, and she went in to give me a kiss, and I fucking bolted. I panicked. I don't know what the hell to do with that.
And like Leah pushing me against the brick pillar and going, "Who is it? Who's your girlfriend?" And I was like, "It's you, okay?"
Imagine if Scarface wasn't about a drug dealer, but it was about a surgeon. That was my dad, right? He'd be like, "Say hello to my little friend." Scalpel.
Night gowns. What do you call those? Whatever they are. Evening gowns, thank you. And they are gorgeous. And I am a super friendly guy.
And like, I barely like my tongue in my own mouth. Why do I want to put it in somebody else's mouth?
Sometimes they have a partner and the partner comes in and chops their head off. And that's what this breakup was like.
Our next storyteller is a guy named David, and he has this great story on our YouTube page. I believe it's also on our podcast. Just so you know, we record all of this. We put it out as a podcast. We put out videos on YouTube, and we are live streaming to Facebook. He's got this great story about when he found out he was an uncle, and it's this wonderful, like, I don't know, it's not so much of a story as it is like a stream of consciousness, like thoughts on suddenly being an uncle. And it's really hilarious and really good, so go check it out. But today, he's telling a story titled My Second Time. His name is David Heinen, so please clap for David Heinen.
So the second time I told a story at Madison Story Slam was here at the Wilmar Center. The month before, I had attended Story Slam here at the Wilmar Center. For those who don't know, that's where you are right now. It's the Wilmar Center. We darn near couldn't find a seat. It was my best friend and I. We were here. Much like tonight, it filled up really quick. We got there at about 6:50. Stories start at 7, right? So, I guess it was on us. And the next month, I was intending to tell. So we were going to do things differently. The first month, actually, what happened was Adam gave up the table that he was using to check people in. So, what a gentleman, right? What a saint. The following month, though, I'm going to tell. And here's what you have to understand about me, okay? I'm not a big community guy, Like, I'm not here to shake hands and kiss babies. Like, I'm not running for office, okay? So when I'm here to tell a story, I'm here to tell a story. Like, so when my best friend and I come and I intend to tell, we're not farting around, okay? The whole evening is planned out. We're going to get here right at 6. I'm going to sign up with Adam right in the beginning, because here's the thing. That night, my best friend's got a birthday party to attend. It's a surprise party. You can't be late. So we got to sign up, so I'm in the early half of the storytellers. So the whole night's planned out. We got meats, we got cheeses, we got wine, a little cutting board, a little knife. We need a table. We get there, 6:10. We wanted to get there at 6. Wasn't my fault. It was her fault. Just want to point that out. It's packed. It was just like tonight. You can't even find a seat. So I go up to Adam, the host, and I say, "Hey, I'm hoping to tell a story tonight. It's pretty crowded." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, I'm hoping to tell a story." "Oh, well, 16 people are already signed up, so I can put you down." Like, 16 people? Last month, we barely had a dozen. In my head, I'm thinking, like, how in the world did 16 people show up between 6 and 6:10 to sign up to tell a story? So my best friend and I immediately go into evening recovery mode. Y'all know what this is like. Our top option's gone, so we're cycling through. We're walking around the Wilmar Center, meandering, trying to find a chair, no chairs. So we're like, okay, we could go out and get Indian food, a little butter chicken, little tikka masala, come back. Maybe I can get in. We could sit pretzel style on the floor for 3 hours. That sounds great. Eventually, Eventually, we realize that I'm not going to tell a story that night. I'll tell it another time, maybe. We'll go back to her apartment. We'll eat our meats, eat our cheeses, drink our wine, have a seat, put the live stream on the TV, right? And as we're cycling through these progressively worse options, because again, I wanted to tell, like, it's not like my story was perfect for the theme or whatever. I'm not upset. I come to realize that really the problem here is Adam. I mean, think about it. What right does he have to start Madison Story Slam 5 years ago, build it up from nothing? I mean, I wasn't there 5 years ago. From what I hear, it was like radio broadcasts, 1920s technology. It's like and now we got 3 cameras, we got a live streamed audience, production value through the roof. Adam's got storytellers coming out of his ears, packed house. Like, come on. And now I can't tell a story? What? So I'm thinking I'm going to go up and give this cowboy a piece of my mind. So I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, man, we're going to bounce. Yeah, are you sure? Yeah, I wanted to tell. Adam, unfazed, doesn't skip a beat. He's just like, well, if I put you first, would you stay? I'm like, yeah. Are you sure? Would that be worth it to you to stand for 40? No, yes, I will gladly skip the 16 people. Oh, by the way, how in the world did 16 people show up between 6 and 6:10 to sign up to tell a story? Oh, well, most of them signed up online. You can sign up online? Yeah. Oh. So, long story short, the day is saved by Mr. Adam Rusted. We're Facebook friends. Whatever. I've never pronounced his name out loud. Anyway, Adam starts stories 15 minutes early. I tell my story. It goes well. I get some laughs. I never expect to get laughs. Make some mistakes. Always expect to make mistakes. My best friend and I go back to her apartment and put the live stream on. We eat our meats and cheeses, eat our cheeses and meats, have some wine, throw some grapes out from the fridge. Surprise, last second addition, to the menu. We put the Story Slam live stream on the TV, and the most amazing thing happens. One of the subsequent storytellers, really good storyteller, don't know his name, really well-told story, very funny. He references my story in his story. He kind of piggybacks off one of my jokes. And I'm just sitting on a couch watching the television. And again, I'm not a big community guy, but there it is on the screen. Irrefutable evidence that I exist. And I was like, is this what it means to be a part of a community? So I guess my message is to anyone who hasn't told a story here at Madison Story Slam, you should. Because this man will accommodate you. These people will listen to you. And they'll remember you. Developing community doesn't happen easily for everyone, but it happens easily here. Thank you.
I'm hugging you. Thank you, David.